Hi, this is Triple R58, and we're going to show you a few modifications that I have done to the e010 that has made it actually a pretty decent outside flyer. And here we go. I'm going to show you the modifications that I did, and then after that we'll go outside and I'll show you how it flies. Here we are. We'll show you the modifications. All right. So I said the original stock battery was this right here. It's a 150 milliamp 30C battery. Well, it did okay when it was stock. It was not real good, but it did okay. Then I upgraded to these 220 35C batteries, and they also did okay until I upgraded the motors to the 67,000 RPM race motors. And then the batteries wouldn't hold up but about 2 minutes. So I decided I need to make another modification. So I decided that I couldn't find enough information on how much voltage the board on the e010 could handle. So I just took a chance that they had them under voltage. And so I went with these GN3 the GN3 30/60C 3.8 volt high vac LiPo batteries, and they only weigh about over the black batteries, they only weigh about maybe 1.5 grams to 2 grams. So I mean, for all the extra the original batteries were, this here is about 2 grams more. It has a lot more power. It charges up to 4.35, or 4.35, I'm sorry. And these only go up to usually about 4.18. That's about max on them. So anyhow, I put those in here in this copter, and I put a little piece of sponge in the bottom of it because I wanted to be able to go ahead and take the original battery if I decided I didn't want to do it anymore and I wanted to give it to my grandkids or something. It's a little too wicked to fly in the house. So I said, to make that work, see your plug-in back there we'll set you down here for a minute. The plug-in is covered up by the battery. Oh, dang. So now we've got to make another modification. All right, so I had a bunch of chargers from all the batteries I've had. And so what I did was I just cut the lead that goes into the connector goes into the battery charger, and I soldered it onto the copter right there. There's your plug-in, and I soldered it onto the top of the lead of the plug-in. All right, so if you're looking at the copter from the rear end, the left side, you see this other little terminal down there at the bottom. Okay, that's your black wire goes on that side, and the red wire goes on the other side, because this left side's hot, the other side's ground or neutral, whichever one you want to call it. And I left plenty of lead so that it can plug in plenty easy. All right. So I said I'll show you what it looks like after it's plugged in. I'm sorry I had to set you down. I can't hold on to you. All right. So now then, I've got the battery. I've got the battery in the copter. I didn't have you on screen there for a minute. I got the battery in the copter. Got to line it up a little square. It's not perfectly square, but it doesn't seem to affect it too much. But I said it's really nice. I left enough lead to actually, I could have got a battery with the connector on it because I got enough lead for that, so I may go with that eventually. But I said it was a pretty good upgrade. This is actually a different body than the original e010. The frame cracked on it in about 3 places after I put these motors on it. They're a little rough on the frame. Yes, they're a little high powered. And anyhow, so basically the only thing that's original on the e010 is your canopy and the motherboard. So basically that's the only thing that's the same. So I guess you know, we're ready to go outside. The reason I wanted that extension to be the way it is it's really easy to plug in. See, I've got it headed both the same way, and you just like that, and it looks like it's hanging out there a lot, but it doesn't bother it a bit. It just flies like a dream. So we're going to go outside here and we're going to fly it for you a little bit and see if I can get you some good video. They plug together so good, they're hard to get unplugged. There we go. Anyhow, I'm going to go outside and then I'll show you the video. I'll show you how it flies outside. Oh, we're not going to be able to go outside right now. It'll have to be later. The wind's picked up. Sorry. Triple R58 will be back after a while when the wind settles down, because even this can only fly up to about 4 to 5 mile an hour winds, and then it's just too hard for it. So we'll see ya. There we go. Okay, now we're getting ready to do a fly test. And here we go. We're going to plug her together just like that. Get the battery all lined up nice and smooth there. And we're just going to set it right here on the porch rail. And that'll be a good takeoff point. Set the gyros. And here we go. It's going pretty good. There's a flip. Look at that, aggressive. Look at that. Woohoo! Yeah, I'd say aggressive, huh? Yeah. See that? It's so aggressive it did a double flip. Yeah. I'm trying to hold it in where you can see it, but it's tough. The wind's a little windy out here. See? Okay. All right, let's try a few tricks. It's done better than you think. It's fairly windy out here, not real bad, but see that? Went right underneath of the picnic table. Oop. Went right through the porch arms. Can we get through that one? Yeah, look at that. And another flip. And before we run too much out of juice, let's do a punch test on it. it is punchy. Let's get out here in the open. I think we'll go out here on the road, because and I said, just think how much of the battery I've already drained out of it. But let's do a punch test out here where it's so easy to lose the little feller. Okay, now just think, that thing's not very big. And let's watch how it punches. Here we go. Look at that. Wow. Ain't that amazing? That thing has got some punch. Watch. Look at that. And then just fly. We can just fly over the power lines. Get over there and fly over the power lines. Look at that. That's the cable line, I guess, but it is awesome now. It's an awesome little dude. Come here. Battery. Yep, we're out of battery. So this is R58 showing you the e010 with its upgrades. And I'm going to call this the e010RR because it's my build. Thank you very much, and see ya.